After recovering, she apologized to Elo, and Elo told her that she had already forgiven her a long time ago. That doesn't mean that they became best friends after that. OCHUKO started receiving job offers from several big companies, but he eventually accepted a proposal from one of the companies. OCHUKO and Faith they moved to Port Harcourt because of his new job, where they started living together. Faith was practicing law while OCHUKO worked at the oil company. 3 years after graduation, OCHUKO proposed to Faith around the same time. Biodun also proposed to Eloho. He wasn't sure if she would say yes or if she was ready for marriage, but to his surprise, she said yes. OCHUKO and Eloho held their wedding on the same day in Dubai. OCHUKO sponsored everything, although Biodun was also doing well financially as the manager of the salon. Their mother was the happiest person alive. Both her children were getting married the same day. Unlike her first marriage, Biodun truly made Eloho happy. He treated her with great care and never allowed her to be sad. 3 years after marriage, Eloho got a job with the United Nations. She and Biodun relocated to Germany, where they had 3 children together. OCHUKO used the income from his oil job to greatly expand his business. After Biodun relocated out of Nigeria, OCHUKO employed another manager. He was very strict with the new manager. Any small mistake would result in dismissal. 10 years after marriage, OCHUKO and his wife had 2 children, a son and a daughter, named Tega and Evie. Faith eventually left her legal career to help OCHUKO manage the shopping malls that he opened across the country. OCHUKO named the malls Tega Malls in honor of his late brother Tega. OCHUKO's shopping malls eventually became even bigger than those owned by Eloho's former mother-in-law. OCHUKO also ventured into forex trading, and by the age of 40, after many years in his business, he had become a young billionaire. He was known around the world. Mabel, OCHUKO's ex-girlfriend, eventually ended up with Adex, the same man who had set her up in the earlier years. Adex continued his drug dealing activities and was eventually arrested in Indonesia with hard drugs. He was sentenced to his end. Authorities seized all his properties after the drugs were found in his houses in Nigeria. Mabel's father also disowned her, and she suffered greatly with her 2 children from Adex. When OCHUKO heard about it, he called Mabel and he sent her a huge sum of money. Mabel was grateful. Mabel used that money to relocate to London with her children because people stigmatized her and her family in Nigeria because of her husband's drug dealings. OCHUKO opened a charity foundation which offers scholarships to orphans and children from poor neighborhoods who couldn't afford basic education. OCHUKO's story spread after he wrote a book, The Ghetto Child. OCHUKO's younger brother Eric also started forex trading at a young age and became a multimillionaire at the age of 21. He built an expensive house as a gift for OCHUKO to thank him for everything OCHUKO had done for them. He spoiled OCHUKO's children with so much money that OCHUKO had to even beg him to slow down, that his kids were becoming lazy. Kome followed in her late mother's promiscuous ways. She became pregnant in her final year in secondary school, and by the age of 20, she already had 2 children for 2 different men. As of now, she still lives with OCHUKO's mother in Warri. Although they've moved from their old house, life is good, they enjoy themselves. But Kome just loves men. She's a good girl, though, but she doesn't want to settle. Well, life is never perfectly balanced, but I'm happy that things turned out well for OCHUKO and his family because they truly suffered a lot. That's the end of the story. Thank you.